Now that we are ready with our analysis, let us learn how we can visualize the data. When we are visualizing the data, we have to keep in mind what information we are trying to communicate. For example, in this first sheet where we had region-wise sale, if you are interested in the sales value in each region, then probably we should show it is as a bar chart. But if we are more interested in contribution of each area in total sales, then the best chart to show this information would be a pie chart. In a pie chart, these four regions will be shown as four different pies, and size of the pie will correspond to the sum of sale values that we have in this table. Now, drawing these charts is very easy. Next, you just have to select the data. Go to the insert and select the corresponding chart in the section of the charts. So this is the section of the charts. There are few things to see over here. First one is the recommended charts. If I select here, based on the analysis, Excel has this smart feature. It will make some recommendations. So the very first tab in the recommendation is, here are few: bar chart, line chart, scatter plot, again line chart, and so on. Second one is, in terms of columns, in terms of lines, in terms of pie chart, bar chart, area, and so on. So this is one feature. This is just to show you guys. Then, since we have identified the first chart, I'm going to make it a pie chart. So I'm just going to go with it. So I'm going to click on here. And there are various versions of it. If I hover my mouse over here, I can see in the first, this is what it looks like. Second one, this is what it looks like. Third one, this is how it looks like. This is a 3 pie chart, and this is a donut chart. As of now, let's go ahead with our basic 2D pie chart. So I'm going to select it over here. And once I click that, you can see that the pie chart is created here. 4 different colors are shown. In each color corresponds to each region. Which color corresponds to which region is shown in the legend out here. Entries to the right over here. Size of the pies is based on the amount of contribution to the total that these 4 regions are doing. So we can see that yellow seems to be the largest pie. This corresponds to the west region, which contributes 32% over here of the total sales. This red pie is for east region. Oh, sorry, it's orange. Orange pie is for the east region, and this contributes to 30% of the total sales. Now, in this chart, if you just look at the circle, it becomes difficult to interpret which pie corresponds to which region and what is the contribution of each particular region. Yeah, so you can only see the circle, a different color contribution just proportionally. So just looking at those, it becomes difficult to get the numbers, actual numbers. So we want to add those labels to this chart so that it becomes easier for us to read. For that, we have to click on this plus icon over here. So here is how you get that plus icon. Right now, I can't see any. I will click on the chart anywhere on the chart. Yeah, here, anywhere. And then these two icons appear. So we want to click on this plus icon and that check in this plus icon and then check this checkbox for the data label. So I'm going to check it. And when you hover your mouse over the data labels, you can see these options. These options are corresponding to where you want to move these labels. Yeah. So you can see if I hover mouse where it says center, here it says inside, here it says outside. Here you say best fit, it will auto decide. Here it says data callout, and there are more options. And you can also preview this data will show on your chart. I'm going to select the call out over here, data call out, and take the checkbox in front of the data label, which I already did. And then I'm going to click outside. If you click outside the chart now, you can see the 4 regions and the percentage contribution of each of these regions. Now the region box on the right has become redundant. This part, it's duplicating. We do not need this option because we can now see the region names and the corresponding contribution by each. So we are going to remove this region box. Again, we will go to this plus icon and click on the plus, and here I'm going to uncheck the region box. And you can see the extra box is gone out here. Lastly, this chart title has a total. It has it says total. Now this chart title represents region wise contribution. So I'm going to change the chart title to region wise contribution. And move it a bit above so it is more presentable. So now the chart title is region wise, and we are seeing this contribution by each region, which clearly communicates what the purpose of this pie chart is. And and there are a few more features like this. If you want to move around, play around, make it much more presentable. So these are few options. So select and just play around or move the chart up or bottom so that it is more centered. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller to fit to the screen. Just the goal here is to make it presentable. So this completes the first part, that is how to visualize using pie chart. Now let's move to the next sheet, which had average order value per category. So we are going to the next one. Now I want to sort these categories and want to show that which category has more average value, that should be on the top, and which has the lowest average order value, that should be at the bottom. Now to show this, I'm going to use bar chart, and in the bar chart, I will show the category with maximum order value on the top. So let's create a bar chart first. Let's select this data. Go to the insert and select bar chart, which are here. I'm going to create a horizontal bar chart this time. So here are my various layouts: 2D vertical, 3D vertical, 2D horizontal, 3D horizontal. So I'm going to select the horizontal one here. Now you can see that the category which has the highest average order value is currently showing at the bottom, copy paper. I want this to be at the top. Now to sort these bars in the order of largest to smallest, we just have to right click on any of these bars. Select this option of sort and select more, less, select smallest to largest. Now this chart clearly shows us the categories and the corresponding average order values, and it tells us that the sales agent should first focus on the copy papers because it has the highest average order value. Let's rename this chart to category wise average. If we can remove this legend of this total also, that's all is needed. So you see, this is as of now, it doesn't give us any valuable information. So going to this plus, and I will uncheck the legend, and this total will go away. I'll reorganize this and make it more presentable. So this chart clearly tells us which category should be prioritized. In the next sheet, we have month-wise lead data by month. We want to see the trend, how these number of leads are coming every month to visualize data related to trend. We usually use a line chart. In a line chart, on the x-axis, we usually have the time-related fields, and the y-axis, we have some other numeric values such as lead counts here in this case, for which we want to see the trend. So let's select the data, go to insert. And select a line chart. You can see the number of leads were increasing. Yeah, as per this line chart from January until June, you can see starting from January until May, the number of leads were increasing. We had the maximum number of leads in the month of May. But suddenly the number of leads have started to decrease in the month of June. So whatever marketing efforts we were doing in the month of May, those were generating the maximum numbers of leads for us. Now again, to make this chart much more readable and understandable, we will remove this legend. And we'll add data labels. Now this chart clearly shows, let's go ahead, or data labels. And there are several. Yeah, let's explore the options. So center will look like this: left, right, above, below, data callout. In this case, I think above, it's easy to read. So I will select above this time and yeah, click somewhere outside. Now this chart clearly shows us the number of leads generated in each month and the overall trend of lead generation. Let's rename this chart to month-wise leads. And we are done with this part as well. Now for the next part, we had two things. One was win rate per sales agent, and the other was the actual versus target sales achieved by each agent. Now these are two numerical KPIs, the key performance indicators for accessing the performance of these sales agents, these 10 sales agents. Now we are going to use both of these numerical KPIs in a single chart to segment the performance of these sales agents into different categories. The ideal sales agent will have good win rate and would have attained the target with respect to the set targets for each of them and the sales. The agents who are not performing well would be doing a bad on both of these KPIs. And if there are some sales agents who are doing well in one KPI and not so well in the other KPI, then we should take some corrective measures so that the sales agent is able to perform in other KPI as well. So let's try to visualize both of these KPIs in a single chart. When we have two numerical measures and we want to see both of them on a single chart, we use a scatter plot. So I'm creating a new sheet over here. So click on this plus icon. I'm renaming this sheet to sales agent performance. And I will keep the number 4 because this was a part of our question number 4. So 4. Sales agent performance. Here first, we will have to get the names of all the agents and paste off all of these values. So I'm going here. These are the names of all my agents. So I'm going to copy. I'm going to the last sheet I created. I'm pasting them here, and here I will paste them as values. Otherwise, it will copy the entire pivot table, which will interfere in your formulae and all your analysis in future. So make sure you copy and paste this as a paste values. I'll do the same. First, I'll go to the sheet that says win rate for each agent. And here the yes is the win rate for each of the agents. So I'm going to copy this again, copy. I'm going to the last sheet and paste it again, paste as value. And yeah, these are the win rate. And here it's showing as a fraction of 1. So I will convert this into percentage again because technically it's percentage. So again, go to home and in this number sub tab, and I will click percentage. So it gives me the percentage. And I will give a title win rate. Next, I will go to the sheet over here that says 4B actual sales versus target sales. And here is the column or the numbers I should be copying and pasting. So again, copy, paste it as a value. And again, it is giving a fraction of 1. So I will create it as a percentage. And I will rename this as actual versus target sale rate. Now, in this single table or single sheet, we got all the performances of all the 10 agents. And when I say performance, we have win rate as well as the actual rate they have achieved. Now, just select the two columns of win rate and actual versus target. So I'm selecting these both. Then I will go to insert and select a scatter plot, and I will draw this scatter plot. Here you can see that different dots are marked on the chart. And on x-axis, we have the win rate, and on the y-axis, we have the actual versus target. So we'll add the axis titles as well. So now we know what they are. So this is my win rate. And to do that, I'll go here again, click on this plus and check axis title and just explore the titles. Yeah. So here we have two options, primary horizontal, primary vertical. Those are the ones we want. And by default, it will give the name axis title. I will go ahead and change it to this one is my win rate. Either I can type in or I can just copy paste. Say Control C. Control V. So later on when I analyze, I know what I'm referring to. So clearly make sure the axis titles are clearly stated. And I will change the title here as well. Scatter plot. I'll rename it as this. Now each of these dots correspond to one of the sale agent. So if you look at this particular dot, this corresponds to 49 and 107, which is this agent over here, Meridi. And similarly, if I select, if I look at this particular dot, this is for a particular agent. That is 29% and 86%. So that is corresponding to GEM. Yeah, so 29%, 86%. So just looking at these dots is extremely difficult for me to know who these agents are corresponding to. Now, corresponding to each dot, we would like to see the name of sales agent for which the particular dot has been added. To do that, we will add data labels. Going here, selecting on the chart, go here, I'll say data labels. Now, here is the catch or more information on the same. First is like it's like mixed up. So I will make this chart a bit bigger, much better. But again, there is confusion. I can only see the numbers over here. So instead of numbers, I want to see the sales agent name. For that, I will open this drop down and go to more options. And here are the options. And here I will go to the fourth option over here and expand the label option. Here we will select value from the cell and a window like this will pop up. So I will click on this. It is asking me to make the selection. So I will select the names of all these 10 agents. Come back over here and say OK. So now you can see name as well as those numbers are appearing. Again, it is looking mixed up, messy, and our next task is to clean that up. For doing that, I will remove this or uncheck Y value. Now I can clearly see the names of all the agents. So this is much more readable. I will try to make this even a bit bigger. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. So now I can know which dot, which like each dot belongs to which of the agent. Now, let's say the company has a criteria with respect to win rate as well as the actual versus target. Suppose, they had a criteria that any agent who is selling who is having a win rate of 40% and above is considered as a good performance with respect to the win rate. For that, I'm going to add simple lines. I'll go to this insert tab and insert shape. I will add a simple line. And for now, I'll just start it over here. That is saying 40%. I'll start from top to bottom. Just to make it more visible, I will change the width to say, let's go to size 2. And since everything is blue, let me change the color to say green. Yeah, this color looks good. So yeah, that is one of my criteria, the baseline criteria. And on top of it, let's say I will add one more arrow just to give a direction. Yeah, so again, I will say I will have an arrow over here. I'll use the same color. So I'm going over here, same width, so that it is much more obvious and visible. And here the arrow shape, I can try to make it a bigger, bolder. Yeah, let's say this one. So yeah, I think this is more clear and obvious. So this is a criteria that has been set for win rate. Similarly, let's say there is a criteria for your actual versus target sale rate and say it is 100%. So I'll do the same, but this time with a horizontal. So I'll go insert shapes line. I will make a line at 100%. And similarly, let's use the same color, same width as a standardization standard size. And this time now we do not have arrow. Now the next part is we'll add an arrow over here. So arrow, and let's say this arrow is showing this direction. So 100% above is considered as a good performance with respect to actual versus target sale. Use the same color, green or light green, size 2. And as a standard practice, what I did, I'll make this bigger, the arrow size bigger, and maybe make it more pointed. So now let's read this chart. Let's say if the salesperson has a win rate of more than 40%. So you can see here, Pam has a win rate of 40%. So I can go here and say Pam. Then we have Dwight, we have Kelly, we have Andy, Michael, and Meredy. So these agents have a win rate of 40%. So they exceed this performance. So these are considered good win rates. Yeah. So you can see their sale efficiency is high or good. All these agents who are to the left of the line over here, that is Jim, Angela, Toby, Ryan. You can see the sale efficiency is not good enough. So probably they need training so that they are better able to convert the leads into sales by doing a better sale job. On the other hand, if the salesperson attains a actual rate of more than 100%, then he or she is considered good at doing their job. So in this case, you're looking at this line and above. So looks like Angela, Toby, Ryan, Dwight, Michael, Andy, Kelly, and Meredy have exceeded their performance with respect to actual versus target sales. And Pam, she had barely hit, it's 99%, so below 100% as per the criteria. And Jim has 86%, so those are below. So these, you can see these two agents, their performance with respect to actual sales rate is below par, and the other agents who have above 100 are exceeding the expectation. So so those are excellent in their performances. In such a scenario, any salesperson who is below this line uh, are underperforming. So that's how you read it. So these 2 points, Jim and Pam, they are below 100%. So these two sale agents are underperforming with respect to the given 6 months of data. So they need, so some more actions are taken, have to be taken in order to improve their performances. And something more. So if you try to like collaboratively look at the performances, I will say the agents in this quarter over here in this right hand side top exceed with respect to win rate as well as the actual sale rate also. So these agents, Kelly, I will start from here, Meredy, Kelly, Andy, Michael, and White. So they exceed in both the criteria. Versus on the left hand side. So these agents, they are below with respect to win rate, but above with respect to actual sales target. And Pam is barely below. So this is, so she's expecting with exceeding the expectation with respect to the win rate, but below par for the actual sale rate marginally. And Jim is below par in both the criteria, of the KPIs. So definitely looking at like the agents in all four quadrants over here, all four quarters we are seeing each category. So this category, these agents need like they are expecting their exceeding their performances. So they no action needed. They need to continue the way they are. The agents in this side, so in this quarter over here, they need some special kind of training so that they can improve their win rates. Same is the case, the agents who are below this line over here, they need a special kind of training, which is different from these, in order for them to improve the training to exceed both the actual sale rate versus the win rate. So in this case, Jim needs to attend both the trainings to exceed actual rates as well as win rate, versus these agents only need to a training to exceed the win rates. Yeah, so by doing this, we have created three different charts. So at first, we started with analyzing the data systematically sorted out. We use the pivot table, screen data cleaning, and did some more analysis. and systematically came up with some summaries, tables, target sheets over here. And then we went and did some visualizations. We did some charting based on the type of data that we are looking at. So depending upon the need, we created either a pie chart or a bar chart or a line chart, and finally this performance chart scatter plot. So our next task is to create a dashboard. And for doing that, I am adding one more sheet and naming it as dashboard. And the purpose of creating a dashboard is if you want to look at all the charts that we created in a single sheet, Excel sheet or a PowerPoint usually, or maybe if you are printing it on a single piece of paper, we create, we copy paste and sum all these charts in a single sheet, and that's called dashboard. That is having all the different visualizations in a single view. Yeah, so technically that's called a dashboard. So let's copy all the visualizations that we have created in this single sheet. So I'll go to the first one, simply copy, go to this dashboard sheet, come back over here, Control V, that is paste. We will rearrange, reorganize later on, but yeah, that's what we are doing right now. So first one done. Second one, just go on this chart over here, copy, come back over here, Control V. Third one is our line chart. Copy. Now I have copy pasted all the charts into this one sheet that I'm calling it as a dashboard, and resize them and place them in a manner that I can easily view them in a single view. Now I can do some more formatting on the sheet also. So if you do not want to see these grid lines on the Excel sheet, you can remove those. So I'll have to go to the view menu and take this checkbox, view. So home, go to view and uncheck this grid. So all the grid lines are gone. Now you can see that the background is clean. Everything is plain white. Now, if you have any brand colors, or if you want to show the dashboard in a particular color, you can add those colors also. You can also select the cells in the background and color them in any color that you want. You can also add headers or company name or dashboard type, whatever you want to add as the title of this dashboard. And in the bottom right, on purpose, I have kept this part open. I have left like open space, blank. Because here we can add a box where we can write our recommendations based on whatever we see in these charts over here, or maybe some, whatever learnings we had from all these charts. For example, looking in this region wise sales pie chart, we can make a suggestion that budget allocation for all these regions should be in proportion of their contributions to the total sale. Yeah. So yeah, highest is West, which is 32%. So equivalent 32% budget should be allocated. Same is the case with East, 30%, Central 18%, and South 20%. Then from the category wise average, you can make a recommendation that when a sales agent contacts any lead, they should start by pitching a copy paper first as the first product, because that gives them a higher average of order value. In month-wise leads data, it is telling us which month gave us the maximum leads, and such case study should said that in each month, marketing department is trying out different marketing campaigns. They can identify which marketing campaign is working better, and giving us more leads. Then we can, we have sales performance chart for which we have discussed already, have clear insights of which agent needs what kind of training. So all those key learnings can be written in this box on here. So I'll just show you some sample, and there are multiple ways. So for example, I'm selecting all these, creating a virtual box. Then I'm going to home and I'll just use these. And I will say either, I can have a title saying summary, or say, summary, or recommendations. And I can have a list here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. And whatever we can write. So region wise, what are your recommendations? So I'll say X, 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 X. Yeah. So leave it. Next one is category wise average, product category, sale product category wise average. Yeah, from this, you can have some more recommendations as well. Same month-wise leads. Yeah, whatever learnings we had, and whatever recommendations we have, or we can leave one line for learning, one line for recommendations. Same here as well. Control X, Control V, oops, Control Z, Control V. And lastly, for scatter plot, from scatter plot, whatever learnings we had, as well as what are the recommendations. So learnings here, recommendation, learning, recommendation, learning, recommendation, learning, recommendation. And if you have some additional comments, you can type in. So it will be clearly stated. So any viewer, any, say, your manager or your team or your sales team, finance team, product team, people training team, performance team, they can look at these charts. They can glance through, read through the summary, and whatever is needed, they can go in detail. And in case they need some additional information, additional data, the actual data, they can always go to any of these sheets over here. So if they're looking for, say, this pie chart over here, they can always go to region-wise sale, get more details. And again, where this is coming from is our original leads or sales and target sheet, so they can refer to any data. All of this is in a single Excel sheet, and your dashboard is the final presentation you are making. So this can be presented. You can do that as well if you have any similar data. It can be sale, it can be marketing, it can be product, it can be performance, it can be your own team if you are like working in university or any other company. I'm sure like each company has their own sets of data. So there are so many things you can do using Excel. So in this analysis, we started with a simple data. 3 data sheet collected over a long period of time, so almost like 796 data points, almost 800. And again, there are several categories. We came up with some systematic summaries, and based on that, we broke down and came up with some systematic, like, further analysis of each type. Then we drew the necessary charts for each of them: pie chart, bar chart, line chart. Then based on these important parameters, that is performances, we came up with a scatter plot, and then say assigned some criterias, and then finally a dashboard where in a single view you can see it all, and you can present your recommendation. So this completes this very first assignment. Thank you so much for all your attention, focus, and doing it with me. Or like, this is an assignment I'll be posting, so it'll be your turn to complete the same assignment and post it in our Canvas section.